Get ready for some baseball action, because Michael Busch drove in the winning run with a bases-loaded walk in the 10th inning after Pete Crow Armstrong connected for a two-run homer in the 9th, sealing a thrilling 7-6 victory for the Chicago Cubs against the Cincinnati Reds. This incredible comeback win marks the 8th straight victory for the Cubs, showcasing incredible resilience in the middle of the season. We break down every dramatic play from that unforgettable night.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The NL Central race is heating up, and the matchups are getting intense as we look at the brewing battle between the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. Will these two teams collide in a high-stakes showdown that could change the landscape of the division? Stick with us as we analyze the current standings and what this means for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Pirates are sitting surprisingly well in the NL Central, maintaining a positive run differential despite the tough competition. We explore why the Pirates are defying expectations and what their upcoming schedule suggests for their push to the postseason. Find out how they are positioning themselves for a potential turnaround. And finally, the fierce NL Central is showing signs of flourishing, giving the St. Louis Cardinals a chance to rethink their rebuild strategy. We dive deep into what President of Baseball Operations Chaim Bloom is saying about the Cardinals' path to contention in 2026 and whether they should be buying assets now. Don't miss the rest of the show. The Chicago Cubs secured their 8th consecutive victory, defeating the Cincinnati Reds 7-6 in a dramatic late-game finish. The win was sealed in the 10th inning when Michael Busch drove in the winning run with a bases-loaded walk. The sequence began in the 9th inning with Pete Crow Armstrong hitting a two-run homer. The Cubs' 3rd consecutive walk-off win extended their momentum. Busch later contributed to the victory by hitting an RBI single in the 10th inning. The game featured several key offensive performances, including Ian Happ, who homered to lead the NL Central in home runs for the 18th time in 21 games overall, finishing with 3 hits and 2 runs scored. Happ also extended his on-base streak to 27 games with a 9th-inning home run. The Cubs also achieved a significant milestone by winning their 14th straight home game, marking their longest winning streak at Wrigley Field since 2008. In contrast, the Reds struggled, trailing 4-2 before scoring 4 times in the 9th. Matt McLain and Spencer Steer hit for Cincinnati in its 6th consecutive loss. The Cubs rallied in the bottom half, with Carson Kelly hitting a one-out single followed by Pete Crow Armstrong hitting his 4th home run off Graham Ashcraft. Trent Thornton earned his Cubs debut with a 3-out performance in the win. For the Reds, Rhett Loader will start on Thursday, while left-hander Shota Imanaga will pitch for the Cubs in the finale of the 4-game series. The NL Central race is gaining momentum, sparking speculation about potential involvement from the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. This developing narrative is drawing attention from sports media outlets, as highlighted by a recent inquiry from WKYC regarding the likelihood of these two teams participating in the upcoming league competition. Fans and analysts are keenly watching for confirmation on whether these contenders will be part of the action. For viewers looking to follow updates and related content, the WKYC app is recommended for streaming their broadcasts on mobile devices. Further developments regarding the NL Central race and team participation are anticipated as the season progresses. The Pittsburgh Pirates are navigating a challenging stretch in the National League Central, sitting in last place among the division's quintet, yet maintaining a surprisingly strong position. Despite a recent shutout loss to the Arizona Diamondbacks on May 5th, the Pirates hold a solid 19-17 record with a +22 run differential. This performance is framed against the backdrop of an exceptionally strong NL Central this season, where teams have demonstrated unexpected resilience. The division's dominance is attributed to the collective success of its members, who have secured victories against division rivals, including a recent sweep of the Cincinnati Reds. While the Pirates' standing may appear poor in the short term, They remain 3 games above .500, and Fangraphs projections continue to suggest a strong upside, maintaining playoff odds hovering above 50% for the team. Analysts suggest that the Pirates' placement is not indicative of poor quality. Their run differential ranks 5th in the NL this year, and the two teams directly ahead of them, the Milwaukee Brewers and Chicago Cubs, are also situated within the Central. This situation is described as a challenging alignment where every division member is defying expectations. Looking ahead, the Pirates' upcoming schedule presents a favorable opportunity to climb out of the divisional cellar. They are set to play a trio of disappointing teams, the Giants, Rockies, and Phillies, following their Arizona series, before facing the St. Louis Cardinals. The remainder of May also features matchups against the Blue Jays and Twins, sandwiched around a crucial 4-game series against the Cubs. While the schedule intensifies in June and July, the team's solid foundation, evidenced by a top 10 ranking in both ERA and runs scored league-wide, positions them well. Experts believe the Pirates are poised to prove playoff prognosticators correct over the coming month by capitalizing on their ability to win against weaker competition. The St. Louis Cardinals organization is urged to maintain its rebuild strategy, with analysts suggesting the team should avoid making major trades at the trade deadline despite early signs of success. While fan excitement is building for a 2026 championship run, underlying concerns persist regarding the team's shaky bullpen and the pitcher's lack of elite swing-and-miss abilities. The context for the Cardinals' current trajectory is the flourishing National League Central Division. This division is experiencing a renaissance, with free agents increasingly choosing to develop talent within the heartland, leading to young players emerging as major league assets. This success has allowed multiple teams, including the Pittsburgh Pirates, to maintain winning percentages over .500 in early May. However, team leadership, including President of Baseball Operations Chaim Bloom, remains focused on a long-term vision. Bloom has emphasized that 2026 is a stepping stone, not the ultimate goal, stressing that sticking to the current rebuilding approach will yield the best long-term success. Consequently, the report advises against spending assets at the trade deadline to compete immediately with divisional rivals who are poised for success this season. Financially, the team is in a strong position, with no guaranteed contracts set for 2028, providing flexibility for future high-profile trades and signings if the young core performs optimally. While potential risks exist, such as a possible 2027 lockout or season elimination, the narrative suggests that aging players are more vulnerable than young talent. The consensus among observers is that Cardinals supporters should exercise patience, recognizing that the current phase requires waiting for the right moment to reclaim dominance in the division.